Hey viewer.
I don't approve this message.
One of these days, I'm gonna actually write down questions, and it's gonna be super fucking smooth.
Oh yeah.
But until then,
Because Joe Rogan's hella good, just like going off the top.
right? Yeah, I mean, I like just catching a vibe and then just like.
Yeah, but I was telling you the secret to enjoying your job, even if you fucking hate it.
Right.
Because there's periods of my time at where I'm working now where I was getting burnt out, and I was just like, "Fuck, this sucks. Fuck this shit. I'd rather be at home." And I was like, "All right, if I keep having this like mental attitude, like it's not gonna fix anything. It's just gonna make things worse." So I was like, "All right, so I have to do what I can just to make this as enjoyable as possible." So number one, I was telling him earlier, 95% of your energy, work your ass off and learn as much as you can, be the best employee you can, and say fuck everybody, I'm gonna be the best employee there. The other 5%, very crucial. Fuck around as hard as you can with your coworkers. I think that makes sense.
I feel like the split is a little bit more in favor of fucking around, but I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
It's great. I think like what you tell yourself kind of becomes your reality. You know.
Oh, exactly.
Like, I remember I just quit this job like in March of this year, and I was waking up and I was like, I feel like shit, look like shit. I'm just here to get my shit done and go back home and repeat.
Yeah.
So like now I'm out of that job, my mantra's changed, so I don't really know if it's the mantra or if it's the job, but I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, well, if you can make yourself enjoy a job you hate, then when you actually get a job you love, then it's like, goes from here to here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's the goal. We all want to be doing something that we're comfortable with doing for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you don't want to spend 40 hours a week doing shit you hate just to make money.
Right. And so many people do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, working for people you hate, making not enough money.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people don't realize, because most people just don't discover, like, something they give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it comes down to.
It's about that search. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning.
Yeah.
It's a great book.
Oh, what's it called?
Man's Search for Meaning. This guy is a Holocaust survivor.
Oh, shit.
Right? And in the Holocaust, he had his goal. His goal was to teach other people how to find their goals. He invented this whole branch of philosophy.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's like life is about finding your purpose.
I see.
I don't know. Which, yeah, it's tricky. Anyway, do you want to introduce yourself to maybe one plus person now?
Whoa. I'm John. I went to high school with him. I don't think I spoke a word to him in high school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe like twice. I have no idea. Probably spoke at a party or two or some shit. I have no idea. Or maybe we played soccer together when we were younger.
Oh, probably. I played soccer with everybody.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, went to college, graduated, fuck that shit. Fuck school. No Trenton pride. Graduated, working in a nursery,
Mm-hmm.
doing that shit, making music because I like that more.
Making music.
Music is medicine.
Music is medicine. I like that. I like that. Wait, rewind really quickly. So you just graduated from what school?
UC San Diego.
UC San Diego. Very good school. Very nice
Yeah.
school. What was your degree in?
General bio.
General bio. Okay.
That was more of me, like, I started off in chemistry, and then freaking, I took, like, the honors chem class, and I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna do bio because it's easier. And then the entire time I was in college, it was just me being bio, because I was like, the entire time I was in college, I wasn't committed to anything. I think a lot of people get stuck in this. I wasn't committed to anything, like, because in high school, I was just all about science. I was like, hell yeah, I fucking love science. I'm gonna be a fucking badass scientist and discover some dope shit. And then end of high school, I discovered, wait, I fucking love music. But I was still in that mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna be a scientist. And then throughout college, it was like, I was getting a degree in biology, wasn't really putting all my resources and time and energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved music, but I wasn't putting all my time and resources into it. It was just like, the entire time I was in college, I was just in this limbo. And then when I got out of college, I was like, wait, of course I fucking love music, what the fuck?
All in.
Yeah.
All in on art.
Yeah. But also, I also want to, like, how to describe this? Because I also do care about, like, the environment and, like, trying to fix climate change and that shit.
Right.
So I'm also, like, in this paradox, I'm like, okay, I'm addicted to making music. That's all I want to fucking do. but there's actual problems in the world itself. So I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm just like at home making bangers and shit. But there's like, there's climate change coming around the corner and we're fucked. There's like other, there's like other problems in the world itself. Like, like the old saying, oh, there's kids starving in Africa.
Right. That is the classical saying.
Yeah.
Goes back to antiquity.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a paradox. Because I think the highest form of success is helping people.
Yes. And like a lot of people, they get happy. Like it's also like a good way to make yourself feel better.
Oh, 100%.
Helping others enriches yourself.
I know, right? It's counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Then once you learn that and you start doing it, you're like, what the fuck? Like psychology studies show if you have money, your happiness is gonna be higher if you spend it on somebody else than if you spend it on yourself.
Right.
Which is great.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
We just need to we need to convince the billionaires that that's the case.
Yeah.
You know?
Not that every billionaire is bad. Like.
Right. I mean, they're definitely exploiting someone somewhere, but I'm sure that they're not terrible people.
Yeah. There's.
On like a personal level.
Right. Like, here's the way I see it. If you're making millions or billions of dollars while in the process hurting other people, you're fucked up. If you're helping other people, that's great. Like, if you're a fucking, if you work at Kellogg's, you're basically just selling candy to kids.
Right.
And you're just spending money advertising candy to kids. That gives them obesity. Right. I mean,
is candy the problem, or is it more like? Right. Obesity is a problem.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like, should people who make candy just stop making candy? Would that solve obesity? I'm not so sure.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Because I guess is the problem the supply or the demand? That's the question.
I mean, sugar is like one of the most addictive drugs that there is.
Yeah.
And it's 100% legal. You can go through like sugar withdrawals.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how serious they are.
But I wonder how much sugar you'd have to have a day to like match how bad nicotine is.
Oh yeah, if we're like quantifying the health problems versus like a nicotine addict versus like someone who's like deep into sugar addiction. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. All right, let's rewind a little bit. Back to biology and music. Have you ever thought about like somehow combining your two passions? Because right now you said you were kind of split. You had commitment issues in college with you couldn't decide science, music.
Yeah.
And now you're all in on music. You got to make some money on the side. You got your side job, the nursery. But I wonder if there's a way to like integrate those two like strong passions of yours.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, all right, because that's what I was doing when I was selling beats. Because I guess rewind before that, but basically after college because I was rapping and producing, and I was like, all right, fuck, I'm just go all in producing, and then I'll come back to rapping later. And then I went all in producing, just worked my ass off, and then I got to the point where I was having some financial success, and I was like, wait, what am I doing? Why not just like go all in on rapping, what I really love, and I'll fucking have success that way. I'll have even more success because that's what I'm better at.
Nice.
And so I just made that mentality switch like end of May. Yeah.
And that like because you had like a name change, right, in your artistic. Is that what precipitated that? Like before, like, your old name was like Yummy Beats.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So, yeah. So I just made a new Instagram because it was like, I don't know, like all these people are following me for my beats. I don't really feel like switching to artists. Be like, hey, check out my raps, even though they weren't like following me for that. It just feels kind of weird to me.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, build a following from square one again.
From square one. Are you still going to be producing beats under the Yummy Beats like name?
I'm still gonna be producing beats, but I don't plan on releasing any under that name.
Under that name.
Or I'm not like sending beats out to people either, because I was like sending beats to people,
right?
Just like through Google Drive, a bunch. I was developing relationships with people, but like, the thing I learned is like, whatever you want to do in life, you're willing to bust your ass, make sacrifices, you can fucking do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Key thing is make sacrifices and be dedicated.
All right, I'm curious. So you said you like around the time you made this paradigm switch, beat producer to rapper, right? You said you were having some financial success. Like, can you talk about like the process of growing that from square one to like a place where you had some financial success?
Yeah. So basically, I realized in order to be successful, not in music, but just in anything in general, you need to do two things. One, get really good at whatever you're doing. If you're a coder, get really good at coding. If you're a painter, get really good at painting. If you're a musician, get really good at making music.
Right.
Number 2, you have to market yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep in mind, not, especially like for something that's artistic, not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. You have to find what your audience, because taste is so subjective.
Definitely.
So at the end of the day, I'm making what I think is cool. If I make something I'm like, oh, this is amazing, then it's like, even if somebody doesn't like it, I've showed somebody they don't like it, I'm like, I don't care, I still think it's amazing. Like, I can stand behind it.
Yeah, you have to be able to believe in yourself. Like, if one naysayer gets you down, like, that's probably not, like, what you're supposed to be doing, you know?
Exactly. Like, you should make something that you believe in so much that even if 10 people say it sucks, it's like, well, it's not for them. I gotta go find somebody that hears what I'm hearing.
I mean, you just talk to 10 people and there's, you know, billions of people out there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. If you make... I watched this video that T-Pain made the other day. He's like, you know, if you make something and you like it, there's like 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, at least 12 of them are gonna like it. If you make something and you really like it, like, at least one person's gonna like it. One other person besides you is gonna like it.
Fuck yeah.
And perfect isn't real either.
Okay. Let's see. Talk about, like, starting to market yourself, right?
Oh,
You already have this belief in yourself, but now you gotta grow it.
Yeah. So basically, because it was COVID, I was just doing online. So I watched some like videos to learn stuff and also just trial and error. But I figured out what I was doing at first is when I was marketing myself. First I wasn't even marketing myself. I was I had this mentality that doesn't lead to success, which is you're expecting success to just kind of come your way,
right?
Be handed to you. That's not how it works. I learned. I just apply this in life all the time now. I just say, this is my fault. If something goes wrong, even if it's not in my control, I just say it's my fault. Because that gets me in the mindset so that when it is in my control, I can do something about it. If something shitty happens to you, and you're like, oh, it's not my fault, I can't do anything about it, you're not going to do anything about it. If you say it's your fault, you're going to, do something about it. Instead of saying, because this is a little bit of a tangent.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
It's this concept that I was first brought into awareness via this guy called Jocko Willink.
Yeah.
Extreme ownership, which is, just like you said, take responsibility for everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that, like, it's kind of a hard concept to wrap your head around, but you're right. You can always change your approach.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're, like, beating yourself up about it.
Yeah. Because in reality, I read once, I think this concept kind of makes sense, but there's 3 things in life. Things you have direct control over, things you have indirect control over, and things you have no control over. You have no control over the dolphin on the Atlantic Ocean that's, I don't know, swimming and just eating fish. You have no choice in what fish it eats right at this very moment.
Yeah, what if it's eating an endangered fish? I didn't even think about that. We need to stop these dolphins.
Oh, I know. I think they eat fish. Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Dolphins are pretty crazy.
Yeah, those are cool. But anyway, what were we talking about?
Okay.
We were talking,
there are
marketing.
3 things in life.
Oh, right.
Things you have control over, things you have indirect control over, and things you have no control over.
Yeah. So, and like indirect control over would be like, maybe you're being a shithead to me. I can't directly make you not being a shithead to me, but maybe I can be nicer to you,
right?
Which will in turn make you more likely to be nice to me.
Right. Or like if someone's being a shithead, maybe that's just the way they communicate. So you gotta like get on their level a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Some people's like, wait, are they being shithead? And you see that's just the way they talk always. You're like,
right.
Oh, okay.
Fuck it,
That's the way they talk. Okay.
Okay. Shit.
But
marketing yourself.
Yeah. So basically, I was doing strictly online, and at first, I was saying I was taking the wrong approaches, expecting success to be handed to me. I was just putting beats online. I was like, oh, these will get bought, and then did more research and read some good business books and just motivational books, and I realized, oh no, you have to go market yourself and just go reach out to people. And so I was just DMing hella people on like SoundCloud and Instagram. And first approach I took was bad. I was just like reaching out to them, being like, "Hey, want to buy my beats?"
Right.
That's not the right approach, because you're from that mindset, you're being more like
you're taking value.
Exactly. You're trying to take value. You want to be trying to give value. And so over time, through trial and error, I developed a system. Then eventually got to the point where, when I reached out to people, I wasn't even mentioning my beats or myself. I was just like, I'd go through, listen to their music a little bit, be like, hey, I like what you did on this song. You know, I like this lyric here. That was really funny. Or like, yo, the way you do melodies is crazy. Whatever. Like, give them a genuine compliment.
Nice.
And then wait for them to respond. And then so they respond, and then I still wouldn't mention myself. Like, oh, I'd get into a short conversation with them, a couple back and forth. Maybe some like, oh, what got you into music? Or like, oh, who are you inspired by? Who's your influences? Whatever. And then after that, I'd be like, okay. Oh, by the way, here's some free beats. Let me know if you like any of them, right? So I could send them a Google Drive link with free beats. And check them out. And then shortly after that, I'll send them a link to sign up for my email list.
Oh, nice. Yeah, collecting emails. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I send out those free beat packs about once a month. If you want to get more in the future, you want to automatically get them for me in the future, just put your email in this link. And so I would use that. I'd use what was it called? MailChimp. MailChimp's great. It's free until you get up to like a certain number of subscribers.
Okay.
I think it's like 5,000, but
5,000.
It's like a lot. It's but I was using that. I'd be like, oh yeah, here's the free beats for the month. Also, here are some new beats I posted on my shop. Feel free to check them out. Blah blah blah. And then what was the thing I did? Oh yeah, and then after that, after I sent them the link for my email list, be like, oh, are there any particular types of beats you're looking for at the moment? Because I was able to make a wide variety of beats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So someone just like, I want a young boy type beat, and you'd be like, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh yeah, check this one out. Maybe you'll like it.
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't. You have to. I was figuring out you have to like. In the sales world, following up is very key. But at the same time, with music, you want to make sure the music is also speaking for itself. And so I'd send them a link to the couple beats. Maybe they'd be like, "Oh wait, that's fire! I love it." I'm like, "Okay, you can download the beat for free, and if you feel it, so that you can record and write to the beat. And then if you feel like releasing the song, go ahead and go purchase the release there if you feel like the song you made was worthy of being released." And then some people would be like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy it like next week," and I wouldn't just wait around and be like, "Oh hey, cool, I made a sale," but I'd follow up.
Right.
I'd follow up like a motherfucker, because in the sales world, I read once, down average to make a sale, you have to ask for the sale 5 times.
Really?
Yes.
Dang.
The problem is, most people don't even ask for it once.
Do you ask in 5 different ways, or is it the same ask every time?
I think I was kind of mixing it up. I'd be like, "Hey man, are you still interested in that beat?" And then I asked the same question, but just kind of like in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
And I just phrased it a little bit differently.
Exactly.
That's pretty much how I did it. And then also, if I had a new free beat pack about, like, hey, new free beat pack. Oh yeah, also, you're still interested in that beat?
Right. Yeah, you're still giving value.
Yeah. And then when people like send you songs that they made, I'd give them genuine feedback. If I thought something was bad about the song, I'd let them know. If I thought something was great about the song, I'd let them know too.
Awesome.
So that's what I realized. You have to, just for everything, you have to be in the mindset of giving and not taking.
Yeah.
Karma's real.
I like that a lot. Karma's real. Fuck yeah. Alright. So, growth of your... So it seems like a lot to like just kind of abandon,
Yeah.
Right? Like I respect the move, but at the same time, like I don't know if I would be strong enough to do something like that,
Well, I also read something once, the more you fear making a decision, the more likely it is the right decision.
I like that.
I try to live by that as much as I can. I try to get uncomfortable or scared at least once a day.
Nice. Okay.
Even if I'm just young penis out the window while I'm driving.
See, I don't think that makes you scared that you like it too much. I don't think you can count that anymore at this point.
Yeah, maybe I'm too comfortable doing it now.
Okay, I need to get back. Alright, so you're launching again, right? Your old name, Yummy Beats. What's the new name?
Con Jarson.
Con Jarson. Right. Does it have the H in there, or is it just C-O-N?
C-O-N.
Yeah.
I was debating between, like, Con Jarson and Johnny Carson.
Ooh, Johnny Carson,
yeah. Yeah, because the reason I did Con Jarson, I'm just, like, switching the J and C.
Right.
My full name.
Right.
But now I'm realizing, if you don't know who I am, you don't get it.
But it also works. And I feel like...
It's very... for me to say it out loud, it's like, oh, I'm Colin Jarson.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, it flows off the tip of the tongue.
Right.
It just like feels comfortable saying it.
Colin Jarson.
Like another name I was debating, which I didn't like, because it just felt kind of cringy to say it loud, was, oh, I'm Johnny Boy. Like,
Johnny Boy.
Like
Why?
Just a Y.
Why?
Oh, and I could work too, but it was like, I don't know. Just saying like, hey, I'm Johnny Boy. Something about that just feels like a little cringy to me. So it's like.
You need to have a name that you can like say with some power behind it.
Exactly. For any kind of business or.
Exactly.
Or artist name or whatever. It should be something you're comfortable saying aloud.
Yeah, because you're going to be saying it a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you're promoting yourself. Like,
yeah.
you need to be 100% invested in that. Colin Jarson. Yeah, I like Colin Jarson. So you're starting again. Do you have like. So in your head, like when you think about the growth of yourself as like a rapper, right? Is it similar to how you're growing as a producer, or is it like a completely different approach?
Still figuring it out. I mean, same two principles I think still stand. It's one, get really fucking good.
Right.
And then number two, market yourself. Do those two things, and over time, things will work out in your favor. I just did that, man. I feel like I can do it again.
Hell yeah.
And it took me, once I actually started busting my ass and realizing how hard you had to work to be successful at anything. I think once I started actually working my ass off, maybe in August of last year, and then when I quit, stopped doing that end of May, that's like what, 8 months?
Right, August to May. Yeah.
9 months, something like that. Yeah, 8
or 9 months.
Yeah, it's about 9 months. So I was like, oh shit, I can do that again.
Yeah.
It was like in the ways that I started working harder, it was like I just put more time into actually making the music. I wasn't like before that I was working on music pretty much every day, but I can't honestly say I was busting my ass.
Okay.
Like, you know, I'd maybe work on it for like a couple hours a day, but like, yeah, dude, I'm working hard. And then after I read this book, The 10 Times Rule, I think I told you about it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Say it again.
10 Times Rule by Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Best
what is the rule?
Basically, there's more to it, and he drops some knowledge bombs in this entire book. But number one, work 10 times harder than you think you need to get something done.
Okay. And
number two, was set your goals 10 times higher than you think is reasonable. If you want to make $10,000 this year, and you think that's a reasonable goal, instead aim to make $100K.
Right.
It's gonna get you more excited to chase your goals, and you're gonna do more work.
And you'll surprise yourself.
Exactly. Because you'll achieve more than what you had done if you had set the 10,000 as your benchmark.
Okay.
Even if you don't reach that 10 times rule, and you want to make it really unrealistic, the goal. Even if you don't reach that goal, you're going to achieve more than you would have if you achieved the regular rule.
So you said that before you like really started applying yourself, you were working like a couple hours a day.
Yeah.
Right? And then you apply the 10 times rule, you've been working 20 hours a day seems like a lot of hours, you know?
It was more of gearing every minute of my day towards just being successful in general.
Okay.
Instead of,
I like that.
Spending less time on my phone, spending less time with shitty people, spending more time taking care of my health.
Right.
Now I aim to make it so that every second of my day, whenever possible, is being attributed to is working towards some kind of goal that I have. Because another part of this book that's huge, the author, he writes down his goals twice a day.
Twice a day. Okay.
Once at beginning of the day, once at night, and so I have goals for different areas of my life. And so I try to aim to make it so that every second of my day is working towards one of these goals.
Oh yeah.
So like for example, I'm trying to have healthy relationships. That's like super important in life, I feel like.
Definitely.
You're not making money off it, but money isn't everything.
Right.
It's in psychology studies show that the number one indicator of your life happiness is your social life at the end of your life.
Yeah, I can believe that. Strong social ties are crucial.
Yeah.
It's like we're social, like beings.
Exactly.
Humanity, social.
We're just a bunch of smart monkeys on a giant ball of rock that's going around a giant ball of gas called sun.
Right. Let's see. And so going back to what you were saying about like your network, I feel like if you have that strong social network, you will find financial like opportunities within that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like your goal when you make friendships shouldn't be to make money,
Right.
but it doesn't mean that you can't make money
Yeah.
with your friends.
Yeah. And I was just using it doesn't make you money as an example of like, oh, it doesn't like fulfill like a substantial goal, if that makes sense. Like
Financial goal.
Yeah. I feel like friendships I agree. I feel like friendships it shouldn't be like you're trying to get something out of it. It should be like you're just kinda there. Like it's just
Reciprocity.
yeah, it's just us existing.
Right.
We're not stressing about anything. We're just existing right now. This is dope.
Yeah, this is dope.
This is what we need.
You need to exist, man. It's crucial. Fuck. Alright, let's go in a different direction. Have you ever had like a spiritual experience?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely on when was that? It was like in high school. I did some psychedelics like in high school.
Okay.
Did Morning Glory.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was that the first one I did? Yeah, I did Morning Glory seeds. Super obscure. I feel like nobody.
Yeah, I've never heard. What's
Yeah.
the Morning Glory seed?
Dude, you literally just buy them at Ace Hardware.
Oh yeah.
There's seeds for growing Morning Glory. I think it's a vine.
It's a vine.
That
Okay.
grows. We just eat the seeds. What we took was fucking disgusting. Don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
You crush up the seeds. This is what me and my friend. I won't say his name aloud, so I don't incriminate him. But we crushed up the seeds, put them in yogurt.
Yogurt.
So it was just this powder and yogurt. We ate the yogurt. I think the yogurt might have been slightly expired too. Oh my god, this shit was disgusting. Don't do this. But anyway, for a while, at the beginning, I wasn't even tripping.
Right.
My stomach just hurt like a bitch.
Yeah. Expired yogurt.
Yeah. And then eventually, my friend went to bed. He's like, alright, you're on your own. I'm like, oh, great. It's like midnight. Alright, I guess I'm just tripping by myself until whenever. But yeah, basically, I definitely talked to like, or at least I thought I talked to some type of spirit. Like, I remember seeing like this like light in my room.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the best I can describe it.
A light. Was it like pulsing or like?
It's like, ugh.
Hard to.
It's like. It's like it was like 5 a.m. so there's light coming through my room, but there's more to it. I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like the way it was shaped. Is
Right.
just the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
It was.
So there's a light talking to this light. The light's talking back to you. Having a conversation. What did you find out? Find out anything about yourself?
Yeah, basically just learned a lot about myself. That's the main thing.
Okay. Nice.
That's so it was very. That experience was very introspective because I was by myself.
Right.
I think when I was doing psychedelics with other people, it was more extrospective. I definitely learned a lot more about other people in the world. When you're in that when you're socializing with people and you're tripping, it's different.
Yeah, definitely.
But what's crazy? You know what ayahuasca is?
Yeah.
So everybody who trips on ayahuasca, they all report meeting this same spirit.
Oh, the same one.
And they describe her looking the same way.
Really?
And like, she always introduces herself as being as the same name. It's crazy. You're like, because like, think about what are the odds that all these people.
People from different cultures, same name.
I think different cultures, yeah. Because yeah, people like travel all over the world to go to South America to take it, and introduce herself as the same name. It's like, what are the odds?
Or what are the odds? What is the name?
I don't remember. It's been a long time
Of course.
since I read about it.
Just one name.
Which is
Does everyone who takes it meet the same person, or is it like just a lot of people meet the same person?
that I'm not sure.
Right. That's cool.
It's like, what are the odds? Like, is it really just this physical world that we're in?
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me thinking. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Is there more to what's happening here?
I think we're three-dimensional beings, you know, but we're not living in a three-dimensional like existence, you know. And if time is the fourth dimension, right?
What's the fifth?
That right? Yeah, that's a good question. But if time, like, right, a fourth dimensional being would be able to move through time as well.
That's crazy.
Right? Like, that would just be like the difference between like living on a piece of paper versus the 3D world.
Yeah, living on a piece of paper versus living in a cube.
Right. Like, just like a two-dimensional being can't comprehend the 3D world. Just like
Right.
we can't really comprehend a four-dimensional world.
Right.
It's like everything happening at the same time,
Yeah.
but also not.
Yeah, because like think about it, like we can't see, we can see from like purple to red on the color spectrum, right?
Right.
We can't see above or below those frequencies, so it's like it just kind of puts it in perspective, like what senses do we not have
Mm-hmm.
access to
Oh.
that we can't, sense, that we can't measure, because there's also things in this universe that we can't observe, but we've built things to measure them.
Like what?
Oh, like stuff in quantum physics.
Quantum, yeah.
Yeah, like Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about this shit. It's like super trippy.
Yeah.
Super trippy to think about that stuff. Like think about learning about like super big things, like the universe is constantly expanding, and then also, quarks.
Quarks.
That shit's great. Like, I don't know, that shit just blows my mind. I don't know if that blows other people's minds.
Yeah, I'm sure it would blow my mind. I don't really know what a quark is, but...
So, do you know what an atom is?
Yeah.
Quarks make up atoms.
Okay.
The same way, like, atoms of oxygen and hydrogen make up water.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. So it's like... Wait, so quarks make up, like, protons and electrons.
Oh, wait, yeah, that might be it, actually. I think that's how it works, actually.
Right.
I think, yeah, quarks make up neutrons and protons. And electrons. Yeah, I think that's how it works, actually.
Electrons are cool because, like, they exist, like, everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Around it. But you can't really... It's been a while since I looked at it, but electrons are, like, just always at one point around it and also everywhere.
Yeah.
Fuck. Kind of on a tangent. Anyway, I've always thought it was really fascinating how, like, if you go down, like, the farther down you go, like, there's parallels between, like, the microscopic plane and the macro.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So you look at, like, stars and planets, it's like, it looks similar, like...
Yeah.
What if, like, our universe is just, like, part of this giant fucking thing?
I know, right? That's the biggest mind fuck ever. Like, you've seen Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah. Like, there could be, like, fucking 12 million civilizations inside this fucking glass.
And just going through your stomach to hydrate you.
Yeah. No, because, like, atoms are all moving. Always moving.
Right.
All the time. Even things that, like, are still moving. I think that's nuts.
I know, right? What do you think of the odds that we're in a simulation?
I don't know. I don't really think too much about that. Because even if we are, like... Well, how does that affect me?
Yeah, what could we do?
Yeah.
Is there a way to get out?
Like, eventually somebody will live in a simulation that they don't know about, right?
Yeah.
So we could be those people. I don't really know if we can determine that for sure.
Yeah. But
like, I know Elon Musk thinks he's like, oh, there's like a greater than 100% chance we're in a simulation. Right now.
How's that possible? Elon, what? Do your math.
Billionaires.
Yeah.
I'd like $1 billion.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't want to exploit anybody. But the cool thing about $1 billion is, like, you could spend 99% of it and still be a millionaire.
What a
Okay.
concept.
All right, I'm running out of things to say. I have, like, one final question. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we close?
I had an idea earlier and I forgot.
Okay.
Oh.
Ideas.
Yeah, I had an idea.
Okay.
I forgot it.
I'm
but
sure it's a great idea. The best ones are the ones we forget.
I know, right?
I've noticed that.
That's the biggest mindfuck. It's just like you have a million thoughts a day.
Mhm.
Most of them just kind of like pass in and just kind of pass out, and you just never think about them ever again.
Yeah. No, sometimes I think about, like, the memory of forgetting an idea, right? It's like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like, write something down, like, this will make sense to me when I'm awake in the morning, and
Yeah.
it doesn't, and I'm like, what was it? I need to know.
Yeah, you just wrote like 2 or 3 words or something for like this big like
the most
concept.
random shit. And it was so important at the time. Like,
Yeah.
it was crucial.
We've all been there.
Fuck. Okay, is there, like, one song that's been, like, stuck in your head lately?
Ooh. Not really, because I've just been listening to a lot of lo-fi beats, which which it doesn't have like lyrics or anything, and like
Okay.
the melodies are. It's mostly just like chords for the most part, so it's more just like.
Getting you in the zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Being locked in. For sure.
What about you?
It's been a while since I found like a really good song and bumping like for a while, but a song called Jackie or like The Jackie. It's made by this guy called BAS, and I've really been fucking with this guy lately. It's got like I think it's got a J. Cole feature. Someone else is featured on it. It's called The Jackie.
BAS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him and J. Cole work together a lot. So I didn't even know when I first heard about him. This guy's album called Too High to Riot, which is also really good. Like.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Like I was having this like shitty night, like I just felt like puking, and I was at this bar, and his outdoor DJ set, and they started playing Boss.
Yeah.
Boss. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but and it like saved my night.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's dope.
Forever grateful. Anyway, barring.
I was gonna say I remember my idea.
Oh yeah, what was it?
I heard the government admitted like at some point they're like, yeah, we found machinery that's not from this planet.
What?
They like admitted that during
Today?
No, that was like a year ago when all the Black Lives Matter riots were happening.
Right.
So nobody paid attention to it.
Proof.
They also released this video of like this aircraft pilot, and you see what he's seeing, and there's just like this dot and it just like zooms out.
Right. I think I saw that.
Yeah, I think everybody saw that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool because they're like, we have no idea what this is.
Yeah, and the aircraft pilot's like concerned, so it's like, wait, if this like U.S. aircraft pilot's concerned, it's like, wait, what's going on?
Right. I thought it was interesting they even spoke about it.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean that they're now speaking about that?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, they're like, oh, we don't have this technology, it's not us. And you're like, maybe it's like some mind game with, like, Russia. Or, like, we actually do know what it is.
Yep.
It's us, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe aliens are just like visiting us all the time. The government knows, and it's like, well, we can't do anything about it,
Right.
so let's not freak people out.
Aliens definitely exist. I don't know if they're here.
Yeah.
But
And also, are there intelligent life form aliens? That's also.
I feel like there is.
Yeah.
There's just too much stuff
Yeah.
for there not to be. Like, there's definitely life, but, like, I feel like there's aliens too, like, smart aliens.
Yeah.
You know? It comes back to this thing called the Fermi paradox, right? Which is, like, there's so many things, and the universe exists for so long, we should already have evidence of other civilizations.
Oh, I see.
Right? Because, like, people are like, oh, UFOs means aliens or whatever, but, like, we don't really have, the public doesn't have solid evidence
Right.
of aliens, but we should. Because of how, like, just how improbable is it that we're, like, the first civilization to get, like, radio waves, right?
I see what you're saying.
And, like, I mean, there's lots of theories about it. It's a very, very deep subject. Lots of scientists.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone likes aliens.
Yeah.
You can, like, talk about them all day.
Well, there is no answers.
Hey, one day.
Hopefully.
Mm.
Maybe you are the alien.
Fuck. I hope so.
Or you're the alien. We caught you, bro.
We caught you. Come out with your hands. Alright, I think we're going to close out here. This has been me. I'm Tyler.
I'm also John.
John Carson.
Carson the John.
A.K.A. Con Jarson. Oh yeah. Making music.
Yes, sir.
Zooming around. This is the second biggest and second best live podcast in the world. Thanks for watching.
Woohoo!